I don't know. But now that we're here, I'm actually halfway. I'm halfway between the beach and my house, or my house and the beach. And normally, I don't take, I was going to point the microphone. Sherman, I can go 45 miles per hour on the sand. I'm wondering, what can this thing do now? It's going to feel dangerous. It's pretty narrow. It concaves inwards. So it's kind of it's got a small surface area that actually makes contact with the ground. Another airplane, guys. Sorry about the noise. So it's got a small surface area, and that means it can dig into the sand very easily. Whereas the Sherman has a flat tire, and it's going to be much harder for that thing to sink into the sand. You know, just because of physics, basically. The smaller the surface area, the more pressure you're going to have for any given force. I'm already sweating, but I'm going to wait for the Sherman to arrive, and we'll do a tutorial on that. And at the same time, I'm going to try and figure out what makes the Sherman better, what makes it so good for drifting, because I don't really know, guys. I'm not sure. It could, like I said, it could be the low pedals, the perfect balance. You know, has got like symmetrical battery design, so it's got like even weight on each side. So it's well balanced. And here's the power point, guys. Look at that. Just plug it in, and that's it. We go, baby. Done. Beautiful, isn't it? We did it. Right next to the barbecue. So let's drop our stuff here. The boat here, the Popeye. The old Popeye. Doggo. Hey, doggy, doggy, doggy. Oh. That was awesome. Did you see that guy?
My Popeye's a sailor.
I was whistling like super quietly. I doubt that's what did it. Let's do it, Rook. Quick, let's. Whoa. Ain't she ugly? Oh yeah. My 16X. Sweet 16X. Time to get the Sherman back in the game. When is Sherman going to be back in the game, people? That's my wingman. That's the fucking president. The man. Sherman! Sherman! Go Sherman! Go Sherman! Oh! Sherman! Show me the money, Sherman! Showmanship. Shermanship. Nothing but Shermanship, bro. The Sherman ship. It is a ship after all, isn't it? It weighs as much as a ship. The size of a ship. It's a friggin' tank. steel hull. I mean, what more can you ask for? Turns like a boat. I mean, it doesn't, guys. Once you get used to this thing, it's awesome. Man, this shirt it sucks, doesn't it? I was looking at it in the camera. It looks like garbage. I'm blending in out here at least in Bum Park. Blending in nicely. Look, ripped up jeans, no shoes. I mean, I'm settled in here, aren't I? The wheel's going good, guys. Shout out again to E-Rudders. They did a good job, guys. They and that's what I have now. The best of both worlds, guys. But isn't she ugly, yeah? Ain't she ugly? What else could this thing be? I mean, it's a chair. You can sit down on it. It's could be a stove. So I wouldn't even need this barbecue. Just the wheel. Have a hot plate there, so you just put it on its side and then turn it on. Put your food on top. I think Gotway's already got that feature, don't they? They've got the, what is it? Food over the fire. I think that's what they call it. And the university is just up this way. Into traffic. Oh, orange light, orange light. Orange light, we made it, we made it. We made it through. Alright, here is the uni. And guys, this is seriously what it's like. On this thing, when you're riding, everyone just stares at you. Like, it's crazy. It's like you're on a UFO, basically. People don't even stare at a Lamborghini like this. You know, it's like they don't just look for a second. They just keep looking until you're like out of sight, basically. And it's only really when you're going fast, though. When you're going like slow, it's like they just think you're on a Segway or something. But when you're going like 50 k's an hour, which is like the top speed on the KingSong, anywhere around that speed, even 40, people are like, what the hell? And it is pretty impressive when you think about it. The scooters around here go 15 k's an hour. So 50 is like, that's cruising, man. And most people like it, you know? Most people are like, whoa, look at that. But yeah, let's keep going with this. This is the coming up still, remember? And you're gonna keep watching the coming up because there's different like editing in this. There's always gonna be stuff you won't see in the video. You'll see it, but it won't be the same. So let's continue. We made it through. Alright, here is the uni. Look at me go from car mode. People laughing at me. See, look, we sneak through. As you know, I'm a Sherman owner. With that 3.2 kilowatt hour battery, I mean, you just get used to that thing. It becomes the standard. And then when you go back to this, it's got half. Literally half. Having half the battery means you've got less than half the range. It's like a busy place, isn't it? Hey. How's it going?
That's my DJ, preaching my soul, aim for the stars, my people. Yes, I'm an alien. When I'm touching the earth, call me a spaceman. When I travel the universe.
I'll stop with it. I'll just let him catch up a little bit so you can see this. You probably can't see anything. I just wanted to stop it here for a sec, just to talk about a camera I wanted to buy. And I've been looking at this for a while, but I don't have the cash at the moment. It can zoom in super far, like you can zoom into the moon basically. And it looks like as good as NASA's footage, funnily enough. When I can get that camera, I'll be able to show you moments like that, where the cop on the bike was kind of trying to follow me. And I could kind of see him with my eyes, but the camera I have can't see anything. And if I can get that camera, it's going to be able to see better than my own eyes by far. It's like a telescope, you know. All you can see right now, it's looking at the moon, isn't it? So you could have seen that cop's wrinkles, you know, like it would be crazy on an EUC having that ability while being so mobile and having both your hands free, you know. It would be awesome, guys. The cop on a bike just there. But there's no way it's gonna get here, that's for sure. Look at this, perfect spot, isn't it? I love going over this boardwalk. Awesome. That I promised you guys. I tell her no lie. Let's chase these bastards. Let's get these bastards.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that on my scooter, that's for sure. That's for sure. Look at all the darks, guys. Beautiful day in the city. What a pity they couldn't send MIDI. Little MIDI. Bit cold though. I mean, no it's not. No it's not. What am I saying, guys? Let's get all this stuff out. So I'm just taking my pads off. Freaking hot. All thanks to those drifts. And now let's take out. So we're charging, we're just chilling, and sorry about this shirt. Darrow shirt. Look at the hole there. This is a bit of a dodgy area actually. I don't like being here, but it's like bums living out here basically. So look at all the rubbish. Look at that little snack. Someone, oh look, pistachios! Who would have thought? Pistachios! Who the hell eats pistachios out here? Why do these bums live out here? If I was them, I would go into the who'd make a life out there. But this is where they choose to be. And I'm gonna make a video soon called Hobos with Wings. Remember that, hobos with wings. Over to my slicer, open it, and that's it right there.
ABS, 100% infill.
240 I'll make it, so it'll be stronger that way. Just the printing temperature. And that's it, I reckon. 91, 95. And that's it, let's prepare this one. Save the file, V2, and we're done, let's go print it. So, it's on this USB. Press print, see V2 there. Insta360 mount V2. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Hey, let me clean up this little string. Alrighty. Alright, it's done. Let's try that out. Alright, so that's what we need it for. See, this is the Insta360. It sees everywhere. Up, down, left, right, forwards, backwards. And this microphone, and it's designed to go on like that. But how stupid is this? Because it blocks the camera from seeing in that direction. See, that goes straight over the lens and now it can't see upwards. So I don't know why they did that, but that's how they did it. So what I did is I made this part so I can see if it goes in this time. Yes. Bingo. Alright, so now I can mount it this way. So now it's not blocking anything. See, it's lying inside the plane. It sits right there in the middle. In the same plane as where the stick lies. So that's why you can never see the stick either. The invisible selfie stick, as they call it. So now the microphone will also be invisible. And that's it. Someone had asked about my setup, my microphone setup, so I thought I'd show that. And the way this works, it goes there, plugs in there, and then that plugs into the side here. There's just a little adapter. I'll go grab it actually. This thing here, see? This is Insta360 there. All you do is plug it into the side, and then plug this into it. And that's it, it's done. But you got to make sure this cable isn't sticking out either. So what I do is I just wrap it around, just like that. Like that seems to be the best way. There's a number of ways you could do it, but you just got to make sure that cable isn't sticking out to the side where it will be seen by the camera. You could of course get a shorter cable long enough to go from there to there. That would be ideal, but this still works. Alright, we're all set. Let's head out and make this video. And since getting my EUC back, these four wheels here have seen very little action. Very little action. And these, I don't know what's going to happen with these four. Probably going in the dumpster. Alright, back on the road again. Nice morning. It was so cold this morning and then it just got sunny all of a sudden. So I've got like 5 layers of clothes on. I've got like a shirt, 2 jumpers, this jacket, the lining for the jacket. But in case it gets cold again, I'll have this. And here I'll just connect this app, the EUC World app, to the KS60 next here. And anyone who owns a 60 Next and uses this app will know what I mean. This thing beeped 37 times when you connect it. It's ridiculous. I don't know what this guy was thinking. He probably had 36 beeps and he was like, nah, just one more beep. Look, I'll do it again. Watch this. It's ridiculous. Listen to this. It's gonna connect in a sec. It's connecting. How many beeps was that? How many beeps do you need, guys? Loving the ride, guys, loving the ride. So we're gonna do a few things today. It's gonna be an interesting video, I promise you. One thing I'm gonna do again is get some custard apples. I'll do that real quick though. It won't take up much of the video. But the other day I picked up 3 custard apples, went back home, or I chucked them in my bag, rode back home and I fell over. Again on a patch of grass. I hit a hole that I didn't see. It was like a completely invisible hole and it was huge. And I landed on my back and I squashed the custard apples like badly. They turned into a soup, a custard soup. I ate them anyway and they were delicious, but it's not the same. Once you've squashed them, it's like, you know, it's not as fresh anymore. By the time you get home and eat them, they've been oxidized a bit. Because as you might know, the skin of a fruit protects it against oxidation. It keeps them fresh. You know, as soon as you like cut an apple open, within 3 minutes it's gone brown because it's oxidized. And that's no good. It's not good for your health, you know, it causes oxidative stress. That's what antioxidants are for. So then I went back and I got another one, went home, so I had one intact custard apple and 3 squashed ones, had a nice soup. Oh, I'll put a picture up of it so you can see it. How about that, huh? Delicious. And guys, this stuff is amazing. I mean, I can't even begin to describe. It's like, I'm not just saying it's delicious because, you know, compared to an apple, let's say, you know, compared to a normal apple, you know, red apple or whatever.
That's disgusting.
You serious?
You might say, oh yeah, compared to that, it's delicious. It's just straight up delicious, guys. It's like, it's better than any custard I've ever tried, that's for sure. Better than any cake, you know, whatever, any cake, any dessert. It's delicious. It's like, it's chewy for one thing. It's super sweet, but it's also got this creamy flavor, like caramelly, kind of fatty kind of flavor at the same time. And it's got this coating of like powder, like it's been coated with dry sugar. That's how it seems, like when you lick the inside of the skin of it, that's how it feels. I don't know how, but that's what it's like someone's actually put dry sugar all over it, you know. But there's nothing else like it, and I'm so glad I tried these things because I've seen them like here and there, and I would never have thought to pick one up because one, they're expensive. 2, I have no idea what's inside it. I don't know what it looks like or tastes like. So one day the lady said, oh, try these, you know, they're delicious. And I was like, yeah? So I said, all right, I'll try them. And I tried it, and God, man, it was just, it's amazing. I wish I could eat them every day like as a meal, but they're just so expensive. You know, I would have 10 of them every day if I could. They're healthy as well, of course. It's a fruit and it's tropical. Tropical fruits are the best. They've got the best nutrient profile, you know, complete with everything such as, it's got lots of iron and calcium, magnesium. And guys, in a sec, I'm going to quit talking about food and nutrition. But before I do, I just want to say, go check out my other video called A Food Presentation That'll Make Your Head Spin. It's going to blow your mind, trust me. And I won't say anything more about it. You just got to see it. You really do. You have to see this one. Things that you don't find so much in other fruits, like standard apples, for example. You know, temperate type of fruits. Oranges. Oranges have a lot of calcium, actually, but any tropical fruit you'll find is going to be very complete in nutrition. Complete amino acid profile, of course. Lots of vitamins as well. You know, lots of vitamin C, like any fruit. Vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin E, I said C, didn't I? And the B group vitamins, you know, B6, B3, niacin, thiamine, whatever, riboflavin. And yeah, it's amazing stuff, guys. Amazing stuff. And look, guys, remember my other video? I kept losing this. I think this is the best way to do it. See, I put it under the jacket instead of like, I had it like this before, you know, sticking out. But now the main part is under the jacket and the clip goes over on the outside. I think that's a lot better. And I'm going to keep a close eye on it too because I do not want to lose this thing. It is way too expensive. And I've been lucky, guys. Remember in my last video I lost it twice and I found it both times. This thing, the receiver to this, the Rode Wireless Go, and now it's gone. I've got this tracker though, I'm going to try and track it. And I lost it on 2 other occasions before that as well. On 2 separate rides before that. I lost it and I went back and found it with a signal tracker.
Drop the thing again.
Oh, it's back in range, yes! Yes, yes, guys. Oh, okay, I don't know. Even on a run. Remember when I had no EUC, I went for a walk out in the conservation area and I lost it there too when I was running. And I found it thanks to the tracker again. It's sweet, guys. See this tracker here? See, this thing is connected to the camera that I'm using right now. And it clips on the back there so you can't see it. Hit doggy boy, doggy boy. Doggy boy, you see the dog? I can't see it, but you might be able to see it there. Look, we got some stuff. Someone left their stuff. What is that? A jumper. Nice. Nice. Tried a little drift there, little failure. It's too soft, the wheel just dug in like a few inches, you know, just buried itself, and I just lost well, I got too much grip, if you know what I mean, because it dug into the ground and it's just stuck there. Infinite grip. And when you slide, of course, you want less grip. I'm going to do a tutorial on sliding, guys, soon, and there's some theory as well behind it. It's not just practical, but it'll be practical as well. Like I'll wait for my Sherman to arrive, or you know, I'll wait for it to get fixed. It's currently sitting in the corner at home like a bad little man, Sherman, and when it's fixed, I'll do. It looks like it's the first time we've seen a high quality EUC, or high end one. That drifting tutorial, and there's theory behind it, because there's you got to understand what variables go into a drift. You know, aside from the terrain, you know, the surface conditions, you need something slippery, of course. I mean, loose, like gravel, sand, dirt, even grass, and yeah, aside from that, there's several variables. There's like your speed, that's one. So it's your speed, your angle. It's not just one, it's multiple angles. So the next variable is your pitch angle. So how much are you leaning from side to side? If you know what I mean, like your sideways lean, like that. Sorry, that's not pitch, that's roll. You've got your pitch and roll. So it's your roll angle. Your roll angle and your yaw angle. Yaw is this. So you want to twist, you know what I mean? You want to twist like that. So you twist and then the thing leans to the side, if you know what I mean. And then once you've done that, you've got to control through the slide. So you've got to maintain those angles precisely to make sure the wheel doesn't go either way, because it can either slide too much and then you fall. I think they call that low siding in the motorbike world, low siding. But if it grabs too much, that's because you don't have enough of a roll angle, and then you're going to high side. The wheel will grab the road or the ground and it will send you over the top. So you need to control those angles in order to make sure you don't low side or high side. And of course, the more you lean, like the more roll angle, the less grip you're going to have. So you need to do that in order to get less grip. See, I chickened out just then. But yeah, you need to roll enough and twist enough, like the yaw angle, so you eliminate that grip, or else if it's too much, you can't slide because there's too much grip and you're going to go over the top. But at the same time, you don't want to lean too much or you're going to lose too much grip and you're going to slide and go, you know, low side. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for my Sherman to come back because this wheel is like, it's way harder to drift on this. Because of I keep trying to explain this, I don't really know why, but it's a lot to do with the size of the wheel. I mean, you can drift on this, but not as well, not as aggressively. And I think that's because of the size of the wheel. It's like more suited for lower speeds. Could be the balance as well, could be the lower pedals. I think it's a bit of everything. But I'm gonna wait for the Sherman to arrive and we'll do a tutorial on that. And at the same time, I'm gonna try and figure out what makes the Sherman better, what makes it so good for drifting, because I don't really know, guys. I'm not sure. It could, like I said, it could be the low pedals, the perfect balance, you know, has got like symmetrical battery design, so it's got like even weight on each side, so it's well balanced, and it's heavier. That's another big factor. So it's a lower, whoa, nearly dropped this. It's got a lower center of gravity, or it lowers your center of gravity, you know, when you stand on the wheel. The EUC rider system will have a lower center of gravity when you're standing on a Sherman compared to standing on this thing. And that could be a big factor too. So there's so many factors, but what I'm gonna do, when I send my Sherman in to get fixed, I'm gonna ask them to put those higher pedals on it and see how that changes. So then I can eliminate one of those factors and see if it's the higher pedals, you know, the low pedals, or it's the heavy wheel or the perfect balance, all that stuff. I'm going to eliminate bit by bit, and then I can find out. And of course, if I could get my hands on some other heavy wheels like the EXN, even the Monster Pro or the Monster, and I could test those wheels out too, again, I could eliminate some more variables and zone in on what you really need as a perfect drift wheel, you know, because I'm not really sure, guys. There's the auto light, just came on. There's a bit of dirt here. Let's see if we can drift a bit here. It's a bit grippy. Yeah, a little drift. See a bit of dust there. Woo! And what we're gonna do, actually, let's go quickly check out my university and see. So I just want to show you, because it's a nice place to go and charge your wheel or anything else you want to charge. What is it? There's a nice bridge here, look at this. It's in the heart of the city. Got the casino, convention center. And I'm just going to show you over here, there's like some cool areas. Whoa. Bit of construction here, concrete work. You see the reflection there? What up? Boat here, the Popeye. The old Popeye. Nice little look. Everyone's scattering the wrong way. Look at this, nice, isn't it? Through the little puddle. Now let's go to the university. Let's go to the university. Let's do it real quick. Let's. Whoa, fucking hell. You see that? I don't know what the hell that was, but I just went through some super sludge. I don't know what that shit was. I've been caught in that stuff before at high speed, and you can go through it, you can kind of like skim over it. But at that low speed, I just sunk into it like quicksand. Look at these dumb things just sitting in the middle of nowhere. I mean, look at that thing, man. Oh. Another one. Yeah. So the university is just up this way. Into traffic. In one fell swoop, we merged with traffic. See that? Oh, orange light, orange light, orange light. We made it. We made it. We made it through. All right, here is the uni. See, look, it's just there. That's my university. Look at me step off the road. Look at me go from car mode, head mode. People laughing at me. See, look, we sneak through. And we snuck in, we got it. We got in. Uniform. Oh, cool, where you at? So this is it, guys, it's the uni. Fucking busy place, isn't it? Hey, how's it going? Oh, let's go to this other place now. Oh yeah, I was meant to go check out this. Oh. Yeah, that's right. I was meant to show you where you can charge. I'll see if there's anyone there. And I just slipped. It's funny. I just slipped on this stuff, guys. This stuff here is very slippery when it's wet, and I just did a little drift on it by accident. It's just in here, just this way. Oh wait, it's that way. Man, what the? Yeah, there's tons of people, but this is where I can charge. It doesn't matter if you go here or not, you can charge here. Just up here, see, through here. Man, how awesome would it be to have this back when I was doing my degree? See right there? There's like tons of power points and what do you call it? USB ports, just where they're sitting. See, just there. So I can just sit here for an hour or so. And I do have my charger on me right now in my bag, just in my bag here, but I'm not going to sit there and charge it. I'm going to go somewhere else where I can sit in peace. And yeah, of course with this wheel you need to do that a bit because it doesn't have the biggest battery. As you know, I'm a Sherman owner, or as most of you know, and with that 3.2 kilowatt hour battery, I mean, you just get used to that thing. It becomes the standard, you know, becomes the benchmark. And then when you go back to this, it's got half, literally half, you know, less than half. It's got 1584, I believe, watt hours, whereas the Sherman's got 3200. So it's a big difference, guys. It's huge. And not only that, but having half the battery means you've got less than half the range, because as you know, when you've got more cells in parallel, they don't work as hard for any given situation, for any given power draw that the motor is trying to draw. And that means that when you've got more in parallel, not only do you have more batteries, but they're also working less, meaning you're going to get more watt hours out of them, because that's how our lithium batteries work. The less you draw from them, or you know, the lower the rate, that's what I should be saying, the less power you draw, so the less, you know, watts per second, or you know, joules per second. Yeah, not watts per second, it's joules per second, because 1 watt is 1 joule per second. But anyway, the less joules per second you're trying to draw, the more it's going to go for before it dies. And yeah, it's just how it works. When you got double the battery, not only is it going to not only does it have double the watt hours, but it's going to get more watt hours per cell. So that's the way I'm trying to explain it. That's what I was trying to say. And that's what I'm used to, guys. So going back to this, I've got probably, I'd say 40% of the range compared to the Sherman. And if we're talking about hard riding, probably closer to 30. Now let's go to a park where we can charge this thing. I'll show you that. So we've got plenty of those in the city. I don't know why they don't put them in the, like, around the beach, but I'll show you what I mean. We'll be there in one sec. Turbo mode on. I hope you like this turbo mode I've got, guys. New feature on the channel. We can go up to 60 times now. 60. Guys, I'm an idiot. I was going the wrong way the whole time. I always do that. I look one way and I think, oh, that's north, so that's got to be east. But I'm actually looking south. I keep doing that. I don't know why. But we're going back now. We're going to be there soon. And I'll just remind you, we're going to a park where we can sit down and charge our devices, you know. Past this biker here. Oh, beautiful, isn't it? It's just freedom, guys. This is freedom. I love it. And guys, this is like, you know when I made that video about like EUCs being fun and how they never, so I'm just clipping this thing on the back. You know, I said they never get boring. I mean, it seems to be true, guys. The way I felt when I got my wheel back right, it was like getting my wheel for the first time again, you know, like full on excitement. But the only difference is I already know how to ride it this time. So it's like going back to day one level of excitement with all the knowledge that you've gained. Because I went weeks without riding a wheel, and when I got this back, I was like a kid on Christmas. Better, way better. What's a kid on Christmas? And it's, oh man, it's like it's back to day one on steroids. But like I said, this thing gets more fun. So it's like back to day 100, let's say. Let's say day 100 was the best. You know, because by then you become a proficient rider, and it's like, it's more fun than day one, isn't it? That was what the video was about. You know, these are the only things that can do that, where they don't lose their magic, they don't lose their novelty, they get better and better. And it's a lot to do with the skill that goes into riding them, I think. But It's not just that, it's the whole feeling, you know. And when I got this back, guys, I mean, it just reinforced everything I said in that video, didn't it? Like, there's no doubt, like, I would never pick any car over one of these things if I had to make that choice in life. You know, that, if you guys didn't watch that, basically what I was saying is, if you had the choice, you know, you had to pick one of these things or pick a Ferrari, and that's the only choice you could, I mean, that was your life decision, right? If you pick the Ferrari, you're going to be driving that for the rest of your life, and you're never going to be on one of these things for the rest of your life. If you pick the EUC, you're going to have an EUC for life, but you're never going to have a Ferrari for the rest of your life. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, the choice is easy for me. There is no choice. It's, you know, what is any car is a cage after all. And if we're talking about a sports car like that, it's a small cage. So, I mean, this thing represents freedom. That's what this thing is. Absolute freedom. I mean, look at this. We're like, it's amazing. Anyone that hasn't actually ridden one of these yet, by the time you learn how to ride it properly, you know, you're just, it's like walking. It becomes part of you. Like, I feel so safe on this thing. It's just incredible. Like, I have to try it if I want to fall off it. I have to be doing something stupid. And I do it all the time. But I have to really be trying to fall off. Even, like I've said many times, it's safer than a bike. Once you know how to ride it though, that's the important thing. Because I had people tell me, I had some people telling me that it's not safer than a bike. They said, don't lie, bro, it's not safer than a bike. And I said, yeah, well, it depends. It depends on the EC, it depends on the bike, of course. But it depends on how much experience you've got on an EC. And a bike, I guess. You know, if you're really good at riding bikes, but you've never ridden an EC, of course, a bike's going to be safer, isn't it? But what I'm saying is I've ridden bikes for years and years, and now I've ridden this for long enough, and I'm telling you guys, this is safer. This thing is safer. And guys, there's a cop on a bike just there. Speaking of bike, that's why I turned around just there. You can't really see him, but as soon as I saw him, I turned around and headed the other way. And now he turned around too, but he's so far that I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he noticed me, but there's no way he's gonna get here, that's for sure. So I'll stop for a bit. I'll just let him catch up a little bit so you can see this. See? You probably can't see anything.
I just wanted to stop it here for a sec, just to talk about a camera I wanted to buy. And I've been looking at this for a while, but I don't have the cash at the moment. I'm like flat broke. I don't want to waste too much time on this, but I've got a company and I haven't sold anything in like since last year. And I've normally been selling one a month, one of my items. It's just a product I designed, and that one sale per month has been enough, but I haven't had a sale in months now, so I don't have any cash at the moment. And the camera I wanted to get is this P900 or P1000. It can zoom in super far, like you can zoom into the moon basically, and it looks like as good as NASA's footage, funnily enough. And it's only like it's like $400, something like that. But when I can get that camera, I'm gonna be able to like show you moments like this. You know, I could have zoomed in and like showed you the cop's face on the bike. Like, it can zoom in so far, guys. It's like a spy telescope. It's insane. And I've been like looking at this camera for ages, and I just haven't picked it up. Like, I bought EUCs and all this stuff, and like I just had that on like the back burner or whatever in my priority list. Yeah, when I can get that, I might actually, guys, I'll talk about this now just quickly, but I'll talk about it again in the future at some point. But I'm going to open a Patreon. One of my subscribers said I should do it, and when he said that, I was like, yeah, that's a good idea actually, especially with these EUCs, like all the trouble I've been having, you know, if I can get a bit of help with that, that would be awesome. You know, I could push them harder and not worry so much about them breaking down. But anyway, let's get on with it. This has been long enough.
Let's go around. Wait a sec, where the fuck am I? Weeping. Yeah, I've got to go that way. And the reason, you might be asking, why do I need to charge my EUC? Well, like I said, it doesn't have that much range for me because I'm used to the Sherman. But the other reason, I need to charge my camera. And to do that, actually I could just plug it straight into the EUC. So I don't need a PowerPoint, but I just want to charge my EUC while I'm doing that. So I want to sit down, plug my EUC in, and plug my camera into the EUC. So I'm charging my camera. But yeah, like I just said, if I wanted, I could just stop anywhere and charge my camera or any device. Because the KingSong has power, so it's got USB on the front. See that? 2 ports. Awesome, isn't it? So you can just stop, charge your phone or whatever. Awesome. That's right. On the road, on the fucking road. I'm going home. Oh, sick, where the fuck are we? Bike racks. EUC racks, imagine we had those. I don't think anyone would actually use them. Look at this, perfect spot, isn't it? Perfect. I love going over this boardwalk. Awesome. And we're nearly there. See, this is the way I wanted to go, but that's where I saw the cop on the bike, and so I just went back. Like I said though, literally 99% of cops do not care at all, but you never know. You never know. So that's why I just avoid them. But most of them do not care. I've talked to heaps of cops while I'm on this thing, They've asked me about it, how fast it goes. They told me to wear a helmet back when I wasn't wearing one. And since then I started wearing one, which is good. I'm glad they told me that. Because since then I always have this thing with me, this helmet. I'm not, you know, it's in my hand right now, of course, but I'm going like walking speed. So whenever I go fast, I put this on, guaranteed. And it's with me on every single trip. So I'm glad these cops told me that. But technically, I believe you're not even allowed to ride them. But again, it's kind of a grey area of the law, because some people class these as toys, as recreational toys. I mean, not some people, in some sections of the law, that's how this is classed, meaning you can ride this on the footpath. So it's funny, but in another section of the law, you're not allowed to ride these anywhere, and you can get a massive fine, like equivalent to driving a car unregistered and unlicensed and all that, uninsured. Yeah, that's why I just avoid him. But now he's out my way, and now we're going the way I wanted to go, which is great. And very soon you're going to see the PowerPoints that I promised you guys. I tell her no lie. Now let's go. Let's chase these bastards. Let's get these bastards. Yeah, I'm in the wheel, baby. You ain't gonna do that on no scooter, that's for sure. That's for sure. Look at all the ducks, guys. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day in the city. What a pity they couldn't send Mitty, little Mitty. Bit cold though. I mean, no it's not, no it's not. What am I saying, guys? What am I saying? Actually, you know what? It was cold this morning and... Oh, I just hit the camera with my helmet. Maybe the camera needs its own helmet. But this morning it was cold and I put on like 3 layers. And then when I started doing some drifting practice, it just got hot straight away. When you practice drifting, it's good exercise, so... That's one thing. And yeah, I'm going to do that tutorial like I said. I mean, it's really good exercise because you just get... I mean, in 2 drifts I was already sweating, and yeah. And here's the PowerPoint, guys. Look at that. Right next to the barbecue. So let's drop our stuff here. Drop our wheel here. Well, not drop it, but just sit it there. And then I'll get my stuff out and stuff. Alrighty. Let me turn that down so I don't get stooged by YouTube. And let's get all this stuff out. So I'm just taking my pads off. Drop them there. Take my watch off. Drop it there. Wrist guards. Drop. And drop. Done. Alrighty. Freaking hot. All thanks to those drifts. And now let's take out. There we go. See that? Got the charger, and I brought the fast one with me. This is the 2.5 amp charger. But I just brought one with me. There's no need to bring 2 chargers. Don't want all that weight in my bag. Just plug it in. And that's it. We go, baby. Done. Beautiful, isn't it? We did it. So we're charging. We're just chilling. And sorry about this shirt. Darrow shirt. Look at the hole there. But that's what we got today, guys. And here we are at the park in the city. This is a bit of a dodgy area, actually. I don't like being here, but let's just see. Let's do what we can. There's like bums living out here, basically. So look at all the rubbish. Look at that little snack. Someone. Oh, look, pistachios. Who would have thought? Pistachios. Who the hell eats pistachios out here? What the hell is that other crap? Why do they need a fork? Look, a fork for the pistachios. We've got some tissue paper there. The hell have these guys been doing? Who knows? But they literally live out there, like just out there. I'll go past in a sec, and you'll see tents and stuff out there. Look, I can see one right now. Probably too hard to see on the camera, but there's 2 tents just that way under those trees. I'll go past on the way out, and they just live out here, drunk as can be. I mean, it's a nice place to live when you think about it. You know how I like outdoors, I like nature. I would love to live out in a park like this, but yeah, not like this though. I mean, I'll do it out in the conservation area up in the hills. You know, this is the city. I mean, you got people coming through every 2 seconds. I mean, look at that car park. 1,000 cars with the... Why do these bums live out here? If I was them, I would go into the hills and set up a tent out there, plant some fruit trees or whatever. Who'd make a life out there? But this is where they choose to be. And I'm going to make a video soon called Hobos with Wings. Remember that, Hobos with Wings. I'm not going to say what it's going to be about yet, but it's going to be interesting. That's what I'll tell you. And that'll be in the future, maybe 3-4 videos away. The next one might be on cops. It's going to be about cops, funnily enough. Oddly enough, because we just saw a cop just 2 minutes ago. I mean, 10 minutes ago, whatever. The one who blocked our path and made us go around. I should have just stalked him from a distance and just watched his moves. Watched his motions, you know. And then made my move. But I didn't. I played it safe. I went all the way around the whole city. Literally, I went friggin' the long way. See, you know where I was doing those drifts a second ago? That's like, I had to go around the entire city. It's called Ring Route or something. And only to come all the way back around. And then I came all the way back around, back to where the cop was, and he wasn't there anymore, so I went through. Like a troll on the bridge or something. But we made it. Alright, let's plug it in. We're on 8% battery, so we better sort this one out. So look, got my USB, plug it into there, see, 2 cords. Plug it in, and then this one, well, you're not going to see this part, but this is going into the camera that you're watching the video on right now as we speak. Bang, it's done, it's charging, guys. We're charging. Look at those birds. What the, they just went mental. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're going spastic. And they're all just out, they were chilling there just then. I was actually going to go past there and do some slow-mo, but they took off already. It's a shame. I love those birds, I love them. They're galahs. It's a cockatoo, it's a type of cockatoo, which is a type of parrot. And they're just awesome birds, aren't they? They eat nothing but grass, I think. I think grass roots or something like that. But they just sit out in the field and just eat grass, and that's it. That's all they need. That's awesome, isn't it? How are they ever gonna not have what they need, right? I mean, you got all these other animals struggling to find food or whatever. And these guys have got friggin' McDonald's everywhere they go. McDonald's. And yeah, so... Oh, McDonald's had a fun. Alright, we're chilling, we're chilling. I feel like doing some exercise. Badly. Like, you know when you do exercise, you like get a rush? Yeah, I haven't done any exercise in a few days. Craving and stuff. Alright, well let's just chill here for a bit, guys. Let this baby charge. See that? What a setup, what a rig. And look, see that's the cable? Oh, I showed you anyway, I didn't know. I already showed you. The wheel's going good, guys. Shout out again to E-Rudders. They did a good job, guys. They I told you in the last video, but it was kind of late in the video. Some of you guys probably didn't see that. They fixed everything. They replaced everything. It's like a brand new wheel with the old outer shell. So it's inside, it's beautiful. Outside, it's ugly. And that's how I want it, because no one's going to want to steal it. I don't want anyone to want my wheel. And an ugly shell is going to do that for you. But I want it to be beautiful on the inside, don't I? And that's what I have now. The best of both worlds, guys. But isn't she ugly, huh? Ain't she ugly? Oh yeah. My 16X. Sweet 16X. Time to get the Sherman back in the game. When is Sherman going to be back in the game, people? That's my wingman. That's the fucking president. The man. Sherman! Sherman! Go Sherman! Go Sherman! Oh! Sherman! Show me the money! Sherman! Shermanship! Shermanship! Nothing but Shermanship! The Sherman ship. It is a ship after all, isn't it? It weighs as much as a ship. The size of a ship. It's a friggin' tank. Steel hull. I mean, what more can you ask for? Turns like a boat. I mean, it doesn't, guys. Once you get used to this thing, it's awesome. Man, this shirt it sucks, doesn't it? I was looking at it in the camera. It looks like garbage. I'm blending in out here at least in Bum Park. Blending in nicely. Look, ripped up jeans, no shoes. I mean, I'm settled in here, aren't I? I'm here for the long stay. Got my barbecue. Yeah, I got my kitchen. This is my kitchen, isn't it? That's my lounge room. Nice lounge room there. And guys, it's weird when I plug this thing in. Like I plugged this camera. See, this is plugged into the camera, and that's plugged into the wheel. And when I did that, it said, "Do you want to connect to computer?" And it only does that when you plug it into a computer, right? When you plug it into a normal, USB power outlet, it doesn't ask you that. But with this, it does. So that's weird, isn't it? Like, is this thing like able to do editing or something? Video editing on the fly. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Imagine if this was a computer at the same time. If like a screen popped out or something, and then keyboard pops down, and you just go to work. How awesome would that be? And a screen here actually, and that's the keyboard, and a touchpad just there. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? You wouldn't want to crash that thing though. Then you could have an air-cooled computer, because as you ride along, the air comes through and cools the computer. Simple, isn't it? What else could this thing be? I mean, it's a chair. You sit down on it. It's could be a stove. So I wouldn't even need this barbecue. Just the wheel. Have a hot plate there, so you just put it on its side, and then turn it on. Put your food on top. I think Gotway's already got that feature, don't they? They've got the, what is it? Food over the fire. I think that's what they call it. And what else could it be? This thing. Could be a water bottle. Could store water in there. Could be a luggage bag. Could have a little pocket there, or like a compartment, so you go shopping, just chuck your shopping in there and go. Imagine that, guys. Chuck it all in there, a whole bag of shopping. Even your airport luggage. You go to the airport, just have this with you. All your luggage in there, all your clothes, everything. How awesome would that be, guys? We'd have to do a bit of work shrinking the battery down, but one day we're gonna get there. One day, I promise you that. What else could it be? What else? I mean, lots of things, couldn't it? It could be a phone. Just like put your ear there and just. Hello? Hello? Mom? What you doing there? Look, the airplane. It's coming close, that one. How about that? And guys, and I'm thinking, guys, I might go to the beach. I don't know. But now that we're here, I'm actually halfway. I'm halfway between the beach and my house, or my house and the beach. And normally, I don't take. I was going to point the microphone so I could show you. Stupid. Normally, I don't even think about taking this to the beach because of the range. It's not enough. It's enough to get there and back, and that's about it. Any more than that, and it's going to run out. So you can't go there and ride on the beach. You know, if you do that, you're not going to make it home. But now that I'm here, I'm halfway to the beach, and I'm going to be on a full charge soon because it's charging. And oh my god, the wheel is on, guys. How weird is this? It's on and it's charging. So let me turn this off. There we go. What the?
Bluetooth disconnected.
What? The hell did it do? There we go. Yeah, so now it's charging and it's not on. Before it was actually self-balancing, so I don't know if it's meant to do that. Normally I never do that. You know, I turn it off and then plug the charger in. But just then I plugged it in while it was still on and it seems fine. But yeah, what I'm saying, I'm thinking I might try to make that trip to the beach just so I can test this thing out, you know, on the sand. Because I have not been to the beach on the 16X for so long, guys, that I don't even know how it rides on the beach. Because last time I did take it to the beach, I was still a noob. And I couldn't even ride on the sand. I was on the sand, I was like, what the hell, this is so hard. So I could only go like 5 kilometers per hour. And on the Sherman, I can go 45 miles per hour on the sand. So I'm wondering, what can this thing do now? Now that I'm experienced, you know? I'm thinking probably only like 30 kilometers per hour, and any faster than that, it's gonna feel dangerous. Because this wheel is pretty narrow. It's like, it goes, you know, concaves inwards. So it's kind of it's got a small surface area that actually makes contact with the ground. Another airplane, guys. Sorry about the noise. So it's got a small surface area. And that means that means it can dig into the sand very easily. Like, you know, like a knife going into butter. Because of that narrow edge, you know? It's like sharp almost. See? Whereas the Sherman has a flat tire. Like if you look at the profile, it's not round, it's flat. It's like squared off on the outside, you know, where it makes contact with the ground. So it's like got a large surface area. And it's going to be much harder for that thing to sink into the sand. You know, just because of physics, basically. The smaller the surface area, the more pressure you're going to have for any given force. So, yeah, I think that factor alone is going to limit how fast I can go on this thing, on the sand. But like I said, I want to test it. I want to see how it goes. And how it drifts on the sand, because the sand is really good for drifting. And this thing isn't the best for drifting, so maybe that could even make up for it. Many things to be seen.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for now. It's not the end of the video, it's only like halfway through, because obviously we haven't even made it to the beach yet, haven't we? We're still sitting at this barbecue, charging. And that's the KingSong for you guys. You can't make it on these long trips, you know? You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it home. Like I said, if I try to go to the beach and go for a ride and then try to come home, I won't make it home. It's got just enough energy to make it there and back and nothing else. So we're sitting here charging, and the next video is actually, I've got a surprise for you guys. The next one should be part 2 of this video, right? So part 2 of this video is going to be where I actually get to the beach and test out the 16X, see how it actually does compare to the Master Sherman. And we're not going to actually be doing that in the next video, guys, because I've got a surprise for you. And it's not necessarily a good one, but it's going to be a good video. So the next video won't be part 2 of this, it's going to be something else, and I won't spoil the surprise. But when you see the thumbnail, you'll know, or you'll have an idea. And that'll be out soon, it should be only a couple of days. Because the event actually happened to me just recently, and my video is going to be about it. And part 2 of this video will be the one after that. So don't miss that one, because this video has just like been cut short. Well, not short, it's been like an hour, but I didn't want to make it too long. You know, I had to cut it in 2. I had to split it up. I had to split it up so that the video is not going to be like 2 hours long, you know. Or it would probably only be 90 minutes long, I think. But even that's too long, I reckon. So I cut it up into 2 parts. And part 2 will be next. Or like soon. As I said, next will be the surprise. So don't miss the surprise and don't miss part 2. So I'll see you there, guys. Peace out.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.